few more people coming in. Oh, fine. I'm Sami. I'm going to be subbing for Katrina today. I think this is her regular class. So it's nice to meet you. And if it's your first time at the studio, welcome. We are going to be doing very heavy heart flow today. I don't know if y'all are aware of like astrologically what is happening right now. It is a very interesting time. We're in Mercury in retrograde in Cancer, and if you know anything about Cancer, it's all about the feels. I'm a Cancer, so I would know. But also, we have a new moon happening on July 14th, and so it's a really good opportunity to ground through our feet and really feel through our heart. So that's going to be woven throughout our practice today. And when you're ready, you can start by lying on your back. Making yourself comfortable, taking any little wiggles you have to be able to settle in. Option to close down the eyes, or you can keep them softened, whatever makes you most comfortable. Drop into a steady breath. Notice where your breath wants to go. If there's any area in your body that needs extra love, send breath there now. Start deepening your breath, filling up through the front side body and emptying completely. We'll take 2 deep breaths together. Inhale through the nose, filling up. Exhale out the mouth, release. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. And back to a normal breath. Focus on deepening your breath in your belly. Filling up your belly fully. And pressing out all the air on your exhale. Maybe noticing a pause in between your inhales and exhales. Inhale, your belly puffs. Exhale, your belly button shrinks to your spine. Take a few more at your pace. Feeling the expansion of your belly and contraction. Now we'll fill up our whole body, front body, by taking Durga Pranayama, 3-part breath. We'll inhale deep through the belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, maybe taking a sip at the top. Exhale, belly, ribs to belly. We'll take this ocean motion with our breath, filling up from bottom to top and exhaling from top to bottom. Make this as expansive a breath as you can, waking up your front side. When you feel ready, you can come back to a normal breath. We'll enter into a small meditation before we start moving. I invite you to bring your attention to your backside body and each touch point between your body and the mat. Whether that be your feet, your ankles, your sit bones, your shoulder blades, the back of your head. This is a love practice. So imagine as you inhale, you grow roots through your mat, through the floor, the dirt, the rock, the clay, deep into the core of the earth. And imagine these roots representing the love you have for yourself. Imagine them anchoring you entirely, holding you. Now bring your attention to your front side body. Imagine as you inhale, your front side body grows branches. These branches can represent the love you have for others. This is a good time to set an intention. Maybe picking a person in your life who you'd like to dedicate this practice to today. As you inhale, your branches grow tall to the ceiling. And as you exhale, your roots grow deep through the earth. Feel yourself expanded in all directions, filled with unconditional love for yourself and for your person. Now, as you exhale, your branches come back down to the mat. Your inhales bring your roots back up through the dirt and the rock, through the floor, back to your mat. When you're ready, you can start making some small movements with your fingers and toes. Maybe massaging the back of your head on your mat. When you're ready, you can roll over to your right side, using your bicep as a pillow, before sitting up, facing the front, no rush. Awesome. We'll come into a comfortable seat. Before we really start moving, we'll take one more breath pattern called alternate nostril breathing. Some of you have done this with me before, or without me. You'll take your peace fingers and place them on either side of the bridge of your nose, kind of high up on your nose, and then your ring finger and thumb will be placed on either side of your nostrils where they flare, so that you can easily open and close each nostril with your ring finger and thumb. And in a moment, we'll plug our left nostril as we inhale through the right, and then we'll plug our right and exhale out the left. So we'll try it together. Plug the left, inhale through the right. Plug the right, exhale left. Again, plug left, inhale right. Plug the right, exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Two more, inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. And now we'll reverse this pattern, plugging our right nostril and inhaling through the left. Plugging the left, exhaling out the right. Again, plugging right, inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Two more. Inhale through the left. Let go out the right. One more. Inhale left. Exhale right. Beautiful. Hands can come down to your knees. We'll rub our hands together, just starting to create some gentle friction, some heat. Not too much heat, it's way too hot outside for that. And then we'll come into stillness, thumbs to sternum, eyes can soften or close. Coming back to that intention you set just a few moments ago. Hold on to that intention for the rest of this class. ready, you can take your right ear to right shoulder. Make this as gentle a movement as you can, just waking up your neck. You can stay here or you can gently rock back and forth, flossing out that left side before bringing your chin to chest, lengthening the back of your neck. Bringing it over to the other side, left ear to left shoulder. Taking what you need here. You can rock back and forth or find yourself in stillness. Then you can take some general rocks from side to side, or if it feels good, you can complete your circle by shining your throat to the ceiling. And if you've taken that full option, you can reverse your circle. Beautiful. Come back to center. Right hand plants, left hand reaches up and overhead, looking underneath your left armpit, breathing through each rib. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left hand plants, right hand reaches up and over. Maybe your gaze goes underneath your right armpit. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand stays, and you'll just start making some big motions, big circles back. Maybe your drishti, your gaze follows, wakening up your shoulders. 2 more full cycles. When you feel complete, you can come back to center. Left hand reaches up and starts that circle behind you and back forward. Drishti, your gaze follows. Two more cycles. We keep our left arm up, and then we'll catch our right knee. Our right hand reaches behind us. Inhale, grows you taller. Exhale, you twist deeper. Stay here for a few breaths to feel this twist. Notice how breath moves through your body as you're in this motion. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, right hand catches left knee, left hand reaches behind you. Inhale, crown grows taller to the ceiling. Exhale, deepen your expression. 2 deep breaths. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Make this like a cat motion with your spine. Inhale, almost like a wide cactus. We'll reach out, feel yourself in this pose here. We're squeezing our shoulder blades together. It's not quite a cactus, it's more like a big W. And as we inhale, we grow a little bit wider. Exhale, we hug ourselves. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, hug, other arm over. You can alternate here. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hug. We'll take this a few more times, breath to movement. Syncing your inhales and exhales to this expansive and contracted motion. Almost like a cat-cow. Take one more full round. You can come back to center. And then we'll just do some hip circles. We're going to wake up our hips a little bit. This is a hard practice, but we are going to do some hip openings. So we want to make sure our hips are prepared. You can reverse your circle if you haven't already. And then you can come into tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Take some natural movements here. Just arrived. Maybe that looks like hip circles. You can take some wrist stretches. You can take some early cat-cows. Whatever feels good and natural here. You can come into stillness. We'll take some traditional cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze lifts. Exhale, push the ground away, seated spine. Inhale, cow, heart shines. Exhale, cat, belly button to spine. We'll take 3 more at our pace. Sinking your breath here, feeling the expansion and contraction of your heart space. 1 more full round. You can come back into a neutral tabletop. Getting lighter in your right hand. Inhale your right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, hover underneath your left arm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant, thread the needle, shoulder and cheek meet the mat. Hips stack over knees. You can reach your left hand forward or opt for a half bind. Listen to your body here. Maybe you pull your top shoulder back if you're in that half bind to shine your heart more toward the front of the room. 1 more breath in and out. Left hand plants by your face. Inhale your right arms to the ceiling. Exhale back to the mat. We'll take the other side, getting lighter in our left hand. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, hover underneath the right. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Exhale, hover. 1 more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, plant, thread the needle, shoulder and cheek to mat. Option for right hand to reach forward or back for a half bind. Take 3 expansive breaths here. Right hand plants by your face. Inhale your left hand up. Exhale back to tabletop. Now we'll take our left leg back, and then we'll kick our leg to the ceiling, kicking your foot as close to your glute as you can. And then with our right hand, if you feel comfortable, you can reach toward your heart, so hand to heart here. And we're gonna stay in this pose for 3 breaths. Again, coming back to our intention, sending that love out. And you can come back to tabletop. You can take some wiggles before switching it out. Our right foot goes back before we bend our knee, foot to glute. And if you feel comfortable, left hand can come to your heart space. Take 3 breaths here, feeling ourselves grounded and held. When you feel ready, you can come back to tabletop. Your hands will go 2 generous handprints forward. You'll melt into puppy pose. Hips stack over the knees, arms reach long, chest and forehead melt toward the mat. Each inhale, you reach longer. Each exhale, you melt deeper. Take 2 more deep breaths here. When you're ready, sink back into child's pose. Toes come to touch, knees out wide. Hands are still reaching long. Inhale. Exhale, left hand over right in the top right corner of the mat. Take a little stretch. Take 3 breaths here, sending breath through your left side body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side, right hand over left to the left top corner of your mat. Gentle stretch here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, tabletop to your first down dog of this practice. Hands gripping the mat with all 4 corners. small bend in your knees sends your sit bone toward the ceiling, pressing your chest back toward your thighs. Everyone looks great. Maybe pedal out the feet. Option to do a little bounce, releasing some energy, letting the head and neck go completely. Beautiful. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, release. Beautiful. Inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Hang heavy here. Maybe your feet go wider. Option to catch opposite elbows. Shake your head yes or no. Really release here. In a moment, you'll press down with all four corners of your feet as you rise slowly into Tadasana, mountain pose. Good work. All right, we're gonna take a little Qigong break. We love Qigong here, so we're gonna awaken our meridians, and we're gonna start by planting our feet a little wider than hip width, and we'll have a good bend in our knees, and we'll just start swinging. So this can look really little at first. You're just waking up your spine. Eventually, maybe the backs of your hands hit your kidneys, back of your lower back. This movement is called knocking on the door of life in Qigong. It's believed that kidneys store a lot of our life force energy, and by stimulating them in this way, we can release it to other parts of our body. Awesome. We can come down. We'll take cactus arms next, and we'll just start shifting side to side. You can make a little bending motion in your knees. This can even be a breath pattern. Waking up our meridians. Awesome. We'll come back down. Our last little exercise, we'll bring our hands out in front of our belly, just a few inches from each other. And we can either soften or close down our eyes, keep them open, whatever feels good. And on our inhale, almost like we're blowing up a beach ball, we'll reach our hands out. And then on our exhale, we'll press that beach ball back in. It's like we're compressing a little ball that can shrink and expand with our breath. One more. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, back to down dog. Option for chaturanga, or you can head straight there, whatever you'd like to take today. Great choices. Putting back into down dog. Inhale, high toes, look forward. Exhale, tiny steps to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, high mountain. We'll stay here, expanding our breath through our ribs, reaching taller. And then we'll reach our right hand high as our left hand reaches for our hip. So we're gonna take these circles back and around, standing now. Keeping our Drishti gaze on maybe our middle fingers, it travels back and around, trying to create as perfect a circle as you can. Maybe one more round. And then we can switch it out, right hand to hip, left hand reaches high. And then make your way through that circle, keeping your gaze on your middle finger. Two more. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, wide cactus, squeezing your shoulder blades, feeling the expansion of this pose. Maybe it becomes a mini back bend. Gaze can go high. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to downward facing dog your way. That's our sun A. We're going to take this a few times together. Inhale, high toes, look forward. Exhale, top of mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, high mountain. Exhale, wide cactus, squeeze, baby back bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. We'll take this 2 more times. Inhale, high toes, look forward. Exhale, top of mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt down, fold. Inhale, reach and rise, high mountain. Exhale, wide cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, make your journey back to home base. We've got 1 more round. Inhale, high toes, look forward. Exhale, top of mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, high mountain. Exhale, wide cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, melt down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Great work, everyone. Come down to the knees, take child's pose. Good option for water. We've got about 10 breaths to reset. You're halfway through the time, plenty of time to relax. When you feel ready, you can meet me back in a downward facing dog. No rush. And back into our down dog. We'll take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. 1 more inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. Inhale, high toes, look forward. Exhale, top of mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Listen for the change. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Booty sits back, heart shines forward, biceps by the ears, knees tracking in line with the toes. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, twist right hand back, left hand forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, other side, left hand back, right hand forward. Inhale, rise, everything lengthens. Exhale, sweep behind you. Inhale, gather energy up. Exhale, chair swing. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Make this a breath to movement. Sweeping behind you, any leftover energy you want to leave behind, leave in this room. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Great job, everyone. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step between the hands. Back heel pivots 45 degrees. Set up for warrior one. Look forward, then rise. Stay here. Option to heel toe your front foot out a little bit to make room for your hip. Beautiful. One more inhale. Exhale, hands bind behind the back. Inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, bow in front of your front leg, humble warrior. Stay here for 3 breaths. Option to ditch the bind. Hands can come down to the floor. One more full breath in and out. Inhale, reach up, everything lengthens. Exhale into a warrior two, front leg rebends. We'll stay here, surfing it in and out until we find our center. Pressing with both feet. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center, foot pivots in, eyes can close or soften. Coming back to your intention, taking a moment, sending that love out and in. On your next inhale, pivot your left foot out, warrior two to the back of your mat. Awesome. We'll stay here, surfing it in and out till you find your center. Gorgeous. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Left foot pivots in before traveling back to warrior two to the front. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose, front leg straightens. Arms tick-tock to 6 and 12. Reaching your left hip back. Gaze can go toward your top hand or toward your bottom hand for more grounding. Gorgeous. One more inhale. Exhale, rebend your front leg, side angle, elbow to knee. Left hand reaches toward the top corner of the room. Stay here for a full breath, sending breath to your left side. Inhale, low lunge twist. Left hand plants, right hand to the ceiling. Exhale back to downward facing dog, lower way. Great job, everyone. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Set up for warrior one. Back heel pivots 45 degrees. Strong bend in the front leg. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Stay here. Option again to pivot your front foot out if you want more room for your hip. Perfect. Reaching back through the knife edge of your back foot. Reaching with your front toe. One more inhale. Exhale, hands bind behind the back. Inhale, heart shines. Exhale, dive down, humble warrior. 3 breaths here. Again, option to ditch the bind. Letting your head and neck release. Gorgeous. Inhale, everything lengthens. Exhale into a warrior two to the front. Make your adjustments. Again, pushing out through the knife edge of your back foot and with your front toe, creating that friction. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center, front foot pivots in, closing down the eyes or softening them. You can also keep them open, coming back to your intention. On your next exhale, right foot pivots out, warrior two to the back. Awesome. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center, right foot pivots in. Inhale here. Exhale back to warrior two to the front. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back. Exhale, Trikonasana, straighten your front leg, Tick-tocking your arms to 6 and 12. Hand can reach for the shin, the ankle, or a block is a good option. Pushing your bottom hand into your leg or the block helps push your front shoulder forward, shining your heart to the back. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, side angle. Rebend your front leg. Beautiful. Elbow to knee, right hand reaches. Inhale, low lunge twist, right hand plants, left hand to the ceiling. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Great job, everyone. We'll take that breath to movement just one time each side. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step between the hands, set up for warrior one. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Exhale, hands bind behind the back. Inhale, heart shines. Exhale, surrender, humble warrior one. Full breath here, in and out. Inhale, everything lengthens, reach up. Exhale into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back. Exhale, side angle, elbow to knee, left hand reaches. Inhale, low lunge twist, left hand plants, right hand to the ceiling. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Awesome. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step between the hands, warrior one setup. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands bind. Inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, bow down, humble warrior. One breath in and out. Inhale, reach up, everything lengthens. Exhale into a warrior two, sink in. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, elbow to knee, right hand reaches. Inhale, low lunge twist, right hand plants, left hand to the ceiling. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Good work, everyone. Come down to the knees, take child's pose. Again, another option for water. Well deserved. Got about 10 breaths here, lots of time. Halfway through your time. Ready, you can meet me back in a downward facing dog. We're going to start slowing it down. When you've reached your home base, notice any changes in how it feels to be in down dog since the beginning of this practice. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step between the hands. Set up for warrior two. We'll be here for just a moment. Inhale into warrior two. Exhale into star. Heels in, toes out. Take up room. Option to make this a little baby back bend if it feels good to you today. Before sinking down into a wide-legged forward fold. Option, place blocks underneath your hands. You can take Skandasana or lunge. You've got about 10 breaths here. Halfway through your time. halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your mat, back knee down, grab your blocks. We're gonna sink into a low lunge here. Find your comfort point while still feeling a stretch. Inhaling here. Exhale, sink back to a half split. Staying here. Maybe wiggling your toes a little bit for more sensation. You don't have to get your leg fully straight. You can have a micro bend in your knee for sure to protect it. And we'll floss it a little bit. So inhale, come back to that low lunge. Exhale, back to half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale to a half split. Take this breath to movement 5 or 6 times. Beautiful. When you feel complete, you can get your blocks out of the way. Place your hands next to your front foot, lift your back heel, your back knee. Inhale, low lunge twist, left hand plants right hand high. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Great work. Yes. Beautiful. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, step between the hands. Set up for a very quick warrior two. Inhale, rise into warrior two. Exhale into star, pivot your heels in, toes out. Taking up space, maybe gaze toward the ceiling before melting into your wide-legged forward fold. We've got about 5 breaths here. Not as long, but just enough time to melt. Hands can plant under shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front, back knee down. Grab your blocks. Take your adjustments to sink into a low lunge here. Feeling the difference between your right side and your left. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, back to a half split. Bowing down. Flat back, maybe wiggling your toes, keeping a micro bend in your knee, protecting your leg. We'll inhale back into a low lunge. Exhale, half split. We'll take this a few times. Breath to movement. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. 2 more rounds. Your breath, your movement. When you're ready, you can meet back in a low lunge. Blocks can come to the side. Lifting your back knee, planting your right hand, inhale your left arm to the ceiling. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. Hang heavy here for just a moment. Releasing your head and neck. We're rolling up slowly to Tadasana, mountain pose. We'll take our final Qigong break of the day. Again, feet are hip width and parallel. We have a good bend in our knees. And we're just gonna start shaking and bouncing. This can look small at first before maybe growing. Get your arms involved. Maybe you get your voice involved. Beautiful, coming back down. And just take our arms, sweep our arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We'll take that a few more times. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, sweep your arms high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. One more inhale and exhale here. Coming back to your intention. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to take half pigeon. So you can either take your right leg high and bring it right behind your left wrist. So right ankle behind your left wrist. Or you can take this supine figure four if that feels better on your body. Beautiful. So if you've met me in half pigeon, you can inhale to grow tall. Exhale, melt over your leg, forehead to hands or arms or your mat. You can also take a block underneath your head if that feels better. You can stay up on the elbows. Whatever gives you a good stretch without feeling like you're pinching. A few more breaths here. Hands can come back underneath your shoulders. We're going to switch it out. So you can either come through tabletop or you can come back through down dog. Lift your left leg and bring your left ankle behind your right wrist. Once you're in the saddle, inhale like a halfway lift. Exhale, melt down, half pigeon. Wow, good breaths here. One more deep breath. More hands on your shoulders. You can actually just swing your back leg around. We're going to take a wide-legged stance. You can grab your blocks. We're going to stack our blocks in such a way that we can rest our head on the block and feel like we're getting a good stretch in our inner thighs, again, without pinching anything. So find your right height, lots of time to adjust. And we're going to be here for about a minute. So feel free to just melt down. You can always adjust through this minute. Halfway through your time. Start slowly rolling back up. You can remove your blocks. We're going to slowly make our way down to our back. You can bring a block with you. Our next place is bridge, so you can take this constructive bridge by bringing a block right underneath your sacrum. So bridge is for everyone, active or restorative. Feet are planted on the ground, hip width. For restorative, you can lift your hips and put the block on the lowest or medium height, right on your sacrum. So not on your low back and not on your hips, just kind of right in the middle. So you shouldn't feel any pinch. Beautiful options. And if you're taking active bridge with me, you'll bring your hands by your sides, pressing into the ground. On your inhale, you'll press hands and feet down as your hips lift up, bridge pose. Gorgeous, everyone. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. If you're in restorative, you can just stay there. We'll take 2 more rounds. Inhale, press your hips up, creating one long line between your knees and your chin. Exhale, lower. One more round. Inhale, hips reach high, press down with the hands and feet. Exhale, lower. You've taken restorative, lift your hips, remove your block. Our next place is Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, feet in, knees out wide. Option for blocks underneath your knees. I love that. If you have sensitive joints like me, that can feel really nice. Beautiful. We're here for about 10 breaths. When you're ready, you can close your legs like a book. We'll take a counter pose, constructive rest. Knees knock together, feet come to the edges of your mat. If this doesn't feel so great, you can just bring your legs hip width and parallel. We'll be here for another 10 breaths. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Biggest hug, give yourself. Rocking and rolling side to side. Transition to happy baby. Hands pull on the outsides of your feet, pulling your knees down to your armpits. You can make this playful rocking and rolling side to side. You can lengthen one leg and then the other. Releasing your low back. Awesome. Then we'll take legs up the wall. Feet can be flexed or pointed. You can also floss between the two, flexing and pointing. Hands can come up as well, dead bug. Maybe you take a little shake, releasing any energy back into your center. These next few moments are for you. Take any asanas or movements that feel good that we didn't hit today. We've got a good minute to play. Awesome options. Halfway through your time. When you feel ready, you can slowly start transitioning to your final resting position. Arms and legs out long. You can take any props that feel good here, allowing you to settle. Maybe tucking your chin slightly to release the back of your neck a little more. And just know that I will call you out when it's time. Shavasana. Keep the whole body still. Big back. Big back. Deepening your breath through the belly and out. Be wiggling fingers and toes, circling the wrists and ankles, rocking the back of your head on the mat. Maybe take a good morning stretch, reach out with both arms and legs before rolling to your right side, fetal pose, taking your time. Honoring the love that you have in abundance. Coming to a seat facing the front. Eyes can stay closed or you can soften them. Hands can come to heart center and thumbs to sternum. We'll end this practice with an Om Take one full breath in and out to prepare. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Breathing in to prepare for Om. Thumbs come to third eye. We bow forward in honor of love. The love that our teachers and students before us and after us provide. And the love we can provide for ourselves. Namaste. Thank you all for sharing space with me today. Happy Friday. If you'd like to, you're welcome to pick an herbal oracle card. I'm an herbalist, so I love to bring a little something to my classes. And I do have a book up front if you'd like to read about what your card means. Have a good rest of your day. I'm Kristen. I just joined. Oh, yeah, thanks. Beautiful space. Yeah, it's yeah, the meditation room is so gorgeous, so special. What'd you get this time? Oh, a lot of people have been getting this card. At least one person. It's all about transformation, and it's so perfect with the new moon.
That makes so much sense.
Oh, initiation. It's literally, like, again, very perfect for the new moon. It's also being ready to start new things. Oh, but you should look in the book up there because it's awesome. Like, she tells you about like how each culture is approached their herb, but also genuine guidance for that herb. But it's about initiation. Horsetail. No one's talking about it. It's so hard. Patience. Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's exciting.
I am a
So
it's such a beautiful card. Motherwort is literally the mother planet.
Okay.
And like is a beautiful reminder of how even in the worst times we are so strong and we surprise ourselves. I know.
It is toddler size.
How
2.5-year-old. Yeah.
Oh,
I love it.
It's so sweet. Oh, I love that. Literally, that's like so on the nose.
I love it.
Yeah.
Can I take a picture?
Totally. Yeah. And the book up front, again, feel free to take pictures of like what that says. What's your name again? Kiki Sami.
Yeah, it's my first time here, so
Welcome.
thank you. Yeah,
Check out the space.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so beautiful.
I
There's-
came with you, so.
It's like I feel like I've seen you around for sure, but yeah, I'm trying. Me too. I'm also coming around.
Yeah.
Oh, revival. Also kind of like the Jurgen Sasha card that someone got, which was like about transformation and almost like Phoenix rising out of the ashes energy. Oh my gosh! Congrats! Are you a Cancer?
Yeah.
Me too.
Ah, cool.
Cancer Queens.
Well, and it's the 26th, and that was my birthday.
June 26th.
Beautiful.
Which is elder wisdom. I keep going because all these plants are like elder is gorgeous. It's kind of similar to the motherwort, where it is like the father wisdom hard. Very much like a practical wisdom card. Like make lists, organize, like that sort of thing. That's what I remember from it, but you should look into them.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, I love these cards. I'll bring them every time. Yeah. I've gotten this recently as I've started yoga teaching, like more of the studio, and it's so funny how it comes up. Because I feel like it's so on the nose where it's like, you are a teacher and you should be doing this. Yeah. I'm a personal trainer, so.
She was like, did you train today? I was like, tonight I trained.
I love that. Well, again, very on the nose.
Very on the nose.
Yeah, sometimes these cards are so literal, I love it.
It's like, no worries.
Oh, right.
I love
I
it.
feel like you're very.
Thank you. Yeah, of course. Thank you for coming.
That was so wonderful. Do you teach normally or just sub?
I'm subbing a lot, but I'm
Okay,
hoping to get a regular. I'm hoping. Thanks. Thank you
Um,
for being here.
yes. We'll keep our eyes peeled for you.
Amazing. You too.
I have one of the cards.
Oh yeah. What'd you get?
Concrete.
Concrete? Oh, what is that? Completion. Wow. With the new moon, that's like, is there anything that you were like trying to close out?
It's really good.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. July 14th, Tuesday is the day for the new moon. So if there's anything you want to do, any ritual or anything that day. Yeah. Hi, thank you. Nice to see you. Sammy. Sammy, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, sweet. Nice to meet you. I've seen you around, but it's nice to see you here.